Sunday came. We were a little late coming, from dinner, and yeah, like before I wanted to come by myself, and then she said she was with me. I just I told her, I was like, hey, let's go, let's make it happen. So we came, and then like just listening to Manny tell his story, I felt like he was saying something to me, and it's a crazy thing because I've always been in around like private school, so we always had that background, religious background, and I would go and I would understand it, but I wasn't really putting myself fully immersed into it. And in high school, we were kind of like in Bellman, we were forced to go to chapel. And a lot of the guys I used to play with, like basketball, football, they were into it, but they weren't like so much into it. So they were just like, oh, instead of going to class, let's just go to chapel. Gives us an excuse to, have a free period. And so I kind of was getting the wrong idea. And then my grandma was always around on my dad's side, and she's always saying, go to church on Sundays, go to church. And I never listened to her. And like she was like my big role model. And 2 years ago, she just passed away. And at her funeral, I just couldn't stop crying. And my grandpa was like, he goes, you need to get right with the Lord first before you do anything. So I told Manny, and I was just like, Manny knew the life I lived. It wasn't the greatest life, and I'm not afraid to, admit anything. And, I used to just go around trying to be like the popular guy, just, try to get as many girls as I could. It didn't give me any peace. And, I always felt empty. And I went to Manny one day and, I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm just like, I want to go to church with you and Danielle. I just told him, what was happening, what was going on, and I was just like, I feel this void. So him and I were going to church, and him and I and Danielle were all going to church, and that lasted for a while, and then I kind of got busy with work, so I fell off. And I knew he was talking to me because the first day I went to church with Manny and Danielle, the pastor was giving his sermon, and it just hit me. And I was just like, wow, like he's really speaking to me, like I need to be at this place. And I just didn't stay. I don't know why. I wish I would have stayed, but it was tough for me. And then this year I tried a couple efforts, and I went, and then we went again, and Manny and I and Danielle were at a service, Jubilee, and we walked out because Manny just wasn't really happy about it. And
it's true. Amen.
Yeah. And like it was one of those things where the guy was greedy. He was talking about Rolex watches, a lot of material things.
Wow.
And I was just like, I see a lot of it on TV, and I see these people wanting like nice cars, nice homes, but it's not really about that. So when Manny walked out, I was like, at first I was just like, are we really doing this? But then later it hit me like, yeah, we are. Like, that's not what it's about. And Sunday when I came here, I just felt like Manny was speaking through him, and it was just hitting me. And so I just let it all out. I just started crying, bawling when Manny came around. And then he was praying for myself and my girlfriend, Lisa, and I heard her crying, and it just all came out. And then on the car ride, she was telling me, she's like, babe, she goes, I was holding it in, and then she's like, when I heard you like sniffling and crying, she's like, I just let it all out. And then we both cried on the way home. Mm-hmm. And on Sunday night, we were watching TV. I was looking at her. She was looking at me. We were watching some stupid show on TV, and it just hit us again. It just felt awesome. Monday, like, I came in, trained a couple of my clients, and I was going home, and I hate doing cardio. Never was a runner.
Yeah.
I'll be the first one to tell you that I refuse to run. Someone tells me to run, and I'm just jogging like this. And I asked my roommate, I'm like, let's go running. Like, let's just go out. And he's like, no. He's like, I don't want to go running. Because our landlord, we found out he had a heart attack on Saturday. And he was in a medically induced coma. So he didn't really sleep well. So he was just like, no, I'd rather just go to breakfast and go to the gym. And I was like, well, I'm going to go on a run. So I ran from our house all the way over to Union and Cambrian Plaza, and I ran all the way to Hillsdale and Lee. And for me, that's like 2 miles, and that's 2 miles too many. So, but I was energized the entire time, did not stop at all, and I just powered through it, and I just felt great. I felt more energized than when I even started. So then I took a shower, went to go take a nap, and I woke up, and I just was like hot, like almost like I was like sweating, but I just like my skin was just kind of moist, and I was like 60 degrees in the house. I wasn't under the covers. I wasn't like anywhere where I was supposed to be hot, but I just felt like something was like just weighing on me, like this feels good, this feels awesome. And then I come in and I told Manny, I was like, what's the song you played at the end of our service on Sunday? He sends it to me, and I started playing it in the car on the car ride over, and I just bawl, and my face is just all red, and I was like in the car, I was just like, I probably looked like crazy if someone was like staring at me, because I just had my hands up, like not even on the wheel, just on the freeway in traffic like this.
Oh, in traffic.
And I get here, have my sunglasses on, and everyone's like looking at me like, why are you wearing your sunglasses? And I just go up to Manny and I just give him a hug, and I just felt like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to do. And it just felt good. And then Shelly walks in with Pastor Wes and Kim, and then they're just like, Alex, they're like, you look like good. And then like Shelly was just like, she's like, I prayed for you last night. And and like it just felt awesome. I just felt like a new person. I just felt renewed, and it's an amazing experience. So I'm so pumped to start this journey, and to be having a lot of you guys around me as a good support system, and to teach me, because I don't know so much. And with all you guys' help, I pray that I can give someone my experience, that can bring more followers, because the way I felt is the way that a lot of people should be feeling. And this is amazing. Yeah. So I'm totally pumped, and I'm glad to have you guys here. So thank you.